We're going to start off looking at the squat pattern in a fundamental way. The way most of us first use the squat pattern, which is flat on our back, pulling our toes all the way up to our nose. But we don't really have to do that, and a lot of the people who lose a squat pattern need to start right here. Now, let me recap this for you. Danielle right now could be a total knee patient. She could be recovering from an abdominal surgery, or she could be in low back pain. She could also be an athlete rehabbing an ACL. So I don't want you to see one particular person here doing the squat. I've used this technique that I'm getting ready to show you with everything from pro athletes to people who are on their second total knee. We've got to rebuild the squat pattern, and so often in the fitness mentality, we look at the squat as a top-down activity and not a bottom-up activity. Well, I've got to remind Danielle this is a bottom-up activity. So I've got a small stability ball and a band pulling her feet down into the ball so she's got a dorsiflex, and if she were to roll this ball and pull her knees apart and stay dorsiflex, she's rebuilding that squat pattern. Come back down. I'm going to have you do about 3 of those, okay? Really just pull into that squat. Good. Now, she's not arching her back. She's not bridging up. Her spine is being supported by the mat table. Now, I want to use this as a teaching moment to show her a few things. Do me a favor. Don't let me push your hands above your head. Now, don't do anything with your legs yet. Here I go. I'm pushing. Now try that squat. Is that a whole different day? Good. Now, it's important that you realize a little bit of extra work to make your abs come on, but I didn't ask you to crunch. I asked you to stabilize your rib cage, because when you push down with your lats and your pecs, your rib cage has to stabilize. Now, you can stabilize your own rib cage, grab it on the horns right there, and take it just to the top edge of the table and stop right there, but not enough to let your low back arch up. So, roll, and as you put that down, take back off tension, and then load tension and pull. So what you could see is how a couple of weeks of rehab would go. Sometimes a low back patient or abdominal surgery is here for a week or 2. Sometimes once we get that squat pattern and go back and check it, we've made a breakthrough with the knee. So I'm using a sequence of activity to restore the squat pattern long before I load it. And if you're thinking I'm doing a lot more anterior chain than posterior chain, you're absolutely right. We don't match that stability, and sometimes we expect a good squat to go. Thanks.